Hello everybody! Welcome, I am Kadun, and I'm going to be building a house today. This is basically a small, easy project I like to do, but it's actually really in detail. I borrowed this from another builder. Now let's get to it. First, materials. I will need oak wood, cobblestone, wooden stairs, stone stairs, and glass panes. And I find this build to use cobblestone very well. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to be one of the main sections. We're going to put that 4 down. Then we're going to gap this with another 4 this way. Then I'm basically going to spread 3 across going down. I like to do it 5. Anyway, I found this build out from somebody, and this really did impress me. It's such a simple little build, but it also has a lot of design. Now, on the interior square, you're going to want to put your oak wood. What we did with cobblestone is we're making pillars with the cobblestone. So, we're going to have a nice little contrast between that, and I forgot my planks that are going to accent all this. Let me quickly fill in the floor. It'll be fine right there. Now, I like to use cobblestone myself, but I always find you have to use it sparingly when you're building. Because I figured out that too much of anything looks a little gaudy, and I've seen a lot of stuff with it's just basic stuff. So basically I'm just going to go build my pillars 4 high. Yep, 4 high. All the way around. And this will basically be the first floor. Now, the way I usually build my floors is I like to use about a 5 high system, so you get 4 and then build one more up to the ceiling slash, I would say, floor of the next one. Just because I kind of like the contrast of it. So now I'm basically just going to start filling in here. So, I'm going to actually use some spruce wood on the, I'm actually going to use different wood on the sides here. To make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to use the oak wood on the sides to kind of bury the house. I actually do this a lot with corners. I tend to make some changes and use some different materials on the corners. I just feel it looks better. It gives the building some contrast on the sides, which is needed in a lot of cases. Most people build these square buildings and they look pretty much the same. Now, I'm basically going to make my doors right there. These are going to be my double doors for each side. Now, here's where it gets kind of fun for me. I like to do this. Take your oak wood, basically. Just drag it on out. You want to basically come out and over the top of these, just to cover them up. Finish that corner off. Basically, we'll fill in the floors later. For right now, we're going to focus on this, which is basically going to get, I'm going to do another 4 on the corners with this. We're actually going to use some cobblestone later as well, so that'll be interesting. For right now, I want to make some pillars on these corners, just to space myself. So what I like to do is now I want to come in here, right over the doors, like so. Build another up. And obviously the roof's going to be a little bit different, so this is just kind of a basic guideline for me to run off. From here, I'm basically just going to filling and some other stuff. First, I want to get this in. I want to get one ring on the floor done so I can build on the outside. Just to make it easier. Because this is actually just the outside of the building. We're just making the outside look pretty nice. That's pretty much what our goal is on this. There we go. We're going to gap those by 3 instead. Again, I do a lot of my building like this where I can just kind of estimate here, a little bit there. I always experiment while I'm doing things. That's the best way I found out to just have yourself relaxed and basically, you know, if you don't try it, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I find a little bit of planning goes a long way, but also you got to leave the creative part in there as well to make something successful. Alright, so this is where we're at. Okay, and we are back. Now, I said we were going to add some decoration, and this is how we're going to... I like to put some stairs on the bottom here, on the bottom of the columns. I was shown this, and this actually made a lot of sense to me once I saw it. Kind of fills it out and uses up some of the space so it doesn't look as bad. Things I would do with this, I might bring out some cobblestone slabs, kind of fill in like that, which, you know, makes it a little bit different. I actually kind of like the look of these slabs here, but you can go without it. Especially in the front part where I put my stairs for my doors. You can't really do this, but I think this time I'm going to put these in. There's other times where I won't. This design can actually be extended any way you want, as long as it's symmetrical and will work in terms of your space. Sometimes you do have to do a little bit of calculation. Now, how I'm going to use this other stuff is going to be based off this roof. So basically, I'm going to make the roof starting here. You can extend it down one more, kind of have an overhang if you want. I mean, that's up to you. But basically, it's going to happen. Let me extend it out real quick to build up my roof. One thing I like to do sometimes is kind of see how the roof's going to come up on one side, and then I'll fill in the rest later. This helps me out when I'm kind of just in this little planning stage. You know what? I'm not going to do that later. That's the top layer. Right there is where I'm going to end. What I'm going to do is build up to this layer. Now, obviously I'm going to extend these pillars to match this. This will also give me... Okay, and we are back. Basically, I'm going to cap this roof off a little bit higher by using the slabs. I kind of like the slabs myself for roofs. Gives it just a little bit more definition on the roof, I find. And now I can kind of, if I want, I can put a border under them. I can do a little bit more with them. I also like the slabs for floors like many people do. You can kind of adjust floors with it, the floor levels, you know, make carpets, make chairs look a little different. They have a lot of uses. Alright, when I'm done, basically you're going to have something that looks like this for me. I kind of like this. What I am going to end up doing though, I'm going to take this out, give myself one more pillar on each side. Yeah, I like that a lot better. See, this is kind of how, this is what I meant by just experimenting. Now I'm going to start doing stuff like this. I'm going to put stairs in places to here. Leave that for something. We're going to put some high windows with panes. I like the panes a little bit better than the blocks. I think they look better. The depth recess you get. Yeah, I like that one. So what we're going to do now is basically fill it out just a little. We're going to do some stair work under here. Something like that. I mean, you can experiment with the design yourself. This is just kind of me feeling out what I want with it. In fact, I might just do this. I actually like that. We're going to roll with it. I'm going to have that. Now, for the sides, I'm going to do kind of similar things. I'm just going to knock out the sides like this, put panes in. Now on the back wall here, I'm not necessarily going to do anything other than add where the windows would be. I might just add some design like this. I kind of do like a little bit of contrast between the front and the back here. I'm going to add more of something like that, which I could extend in either to a secondary fireplace if I really wanted to by extending down this column. I can do a lot of things with it. However, now we're going to go back and finish up the panes we were working on. Kind of like to work in a circle when I can. That'll fix that up. So we're going to put this in like this. And boom. Alright, so you should have something that looks a little bit like this on the side. Now, I found out that I kind of like this. Putting a little bit of stair work under here. Gives a little depth to it that I kind of like. I'm also going to put stairs on the sides here. I'm going to fill these back in with the stairs. Alright. Now I got a little bit of empty space up here, but what I'd probably do with them, if I had the upside down stairs, I'd put them there. But since we don't, and we're going to have to manage the way we are, guess we're just going to fill them in with blocks just to have the contrast and finish off the roof. We're going to leave the window alone like that. I kind of like that. So basically now, I'm just going to come over here. Boom. Alright, we got the roof fixed up like over there. And this is pretty much an exterior I might use. One other touch you can do, which I think I've seen a lot of people do, which is very nice. It's just kind of going around and adding these. Just little trap doors, makes little shutters. I really like that look. When we're done, that'll be pretty much the side of this house. And I'll finish the rest up on my own time. So, this is basically the design I like to run with when I just want something simple. May look a little complicated, but it really isn't once you get it down. I mean, if you want, please subscribe if you like this. If you leave me a comment saying things, man, I could might have done better, worse. I'm always up for some good constructive criticism along the way. So, if you liked it, let me know. If not, well, thanks for watching anyway.